Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're underway from Seattle. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. He brushed him off with ease. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pick up of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
This is Jeanty on 2nd. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That finds Pittman, complete. Gets it to the 15. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Kenny McIntosh. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Ready! Viking, 8-6, ready?
Eric Walker gets it for the first time. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go! 65.
Pistol now for Milrow. That pass is caught by Horton. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Let's go now.
1st down throw here for Milrow. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's down to almost, no, they're actually going to give him the 34. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Remember, it's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Panther Street, here we go, set. Ready, ready?
And off to Walker from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Jamal Adams with the INT. And the Raiders take over as he records his 10th career INT. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the pistol, Williams. It's a screen play to Genty. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First down, Williams to throw. They'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. Avoids a defender. We've got foot race. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. How about 29 yards on that play, Parker, as they get the chains reset. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 70 Lions.
Money from the pistol here with Genty. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. Gets 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On the play fake, Williams. Buying some time left. Pulls it out to 7. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Genty. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, they crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, the better.
Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Chased out to his right. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Bronco.
Third and goal, it's Williams. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. McIntosh now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Ready?
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's an early lead for the Raiders. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
On the set.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Staying with Walker. That's a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. Taken in by Bellinger. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is Walker on second. He's got to gain a 6 there. Eric Stokes in there for the stop.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. One that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
To the line. Here's third and 3.
Ready?
Throwing now. Milrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The intended target there was toward Horton. So it's going to be fourth and short. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. A big hit on the return to stop him cold. First and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. First down throw by Williams. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So second down coming up.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw 3rd and long. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Giving this to Genty. Shoots away from one. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first. No slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Williams. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex. Like they flip through their call sheet, they just call whatever's on it. And there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action of the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison, go!
No run from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Off the play fake, Milrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls you just trust the most.
On 3rd down, Walker. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 22-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
First play to drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. Escapes the defender. By a man, he's in the clear. And he gets this down near the 30.
Okay, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league, it becomes just a X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Raiders, who have 1st and 10. Now Williams. escapes the pocket. Finds Genty underneath. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders bump racing them to the halftime locker room. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. We'll remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. McIntosh now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
McIntosh on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That play good for 17 and a first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Milroe with it on first. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not that the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Milroe. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
This one's caught. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
On the go.
First and 10 at
Here we
the
go.
34-yard line.
On the gun, Milroe. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Raiders are going to take over after the interception.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Shotgun give here to Genty. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. Looking quickly here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 10-yard line.
Williams will look to throw. Completed to his running back. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down, Raiders.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Let's go now. 7 Pirates. Panthers 60. Panthers 19 Lions.
Working from the gun, Williams. Space pass to 35. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. And slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Williams to throw on first. He's going deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Go. 18 Cardinal. 18. 18. Right here. Go.
Here's Williams again. Going deep here for the end zone. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. McIntosh now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. McIntosh now to return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
McIntosh on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Come on, set, go.
Third quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. This gets forward to around the 29. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days.
And they fake it on 4th and 1. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
It is, on paper, a riskier option than just lining your offense up to go for it on 4th and 1. But fake punts are always an option in this down and distance. And in this case, maybe lining up to punt got the defense to relax just enough to go and make it work.
Ready.
First down throw here from Milroe. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready.
From the red zone on first. Rolling left, buying some time. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
3-yard line.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. To the air, Milroe. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about distraction and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to really get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
To throw is Williams. Has a man on target to Thornton. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Offense is set. First and 10.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, Williams. Forced out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Makes the catch. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Williams with third and long. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punts, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one, headed for the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Will Rowe from the gun. The throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here's Milroe, first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First down. First and 10
Here
at
we
the
go, here we go.
47-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
The 35-yard line.
Stick into the air here. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Tag.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Hits his running back. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 22. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he can do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Come on. 18, find it, 60, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third. Jackson, Smith, and Jigma with a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It gets this to Michael Mayer. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first. Working from the gun, Williams. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Heard of that defense was flying around and making the play.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Carlson's kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. McIntosh now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Let's go.
Pistol now for Milroe. Oh no, they get him yet again! Kicked out by Andre Sisco. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Genty on the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Give here to Genty. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Going to the ground again on first. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. On the Seahawks 37.
Now pressure coming. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Corey Black has got it. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now. Ready?
Milroe with it on first. That one complete to Turner. He works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun, Milroe. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Second and 10, so at the 28. Go play action here, it's Milroe. It connects down the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Darian Porter. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Las Vegas. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field. Whether it's on a kickoff, or going 100-plus for a pick six.
Wow. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41.
No! Come on.
Handoff running left, Walker. He dodged the tackle. Breaks through and breaks away. Has a hole left, room to run. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Thing with these great running backs, you know that patience is so often carry to carry, one of their great traits. Also over the course of the game, just waiting for their opportunity to explode and go finish it as he just did.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
On
Seattle.
now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They give up the guts. It's Genty. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for Raiders first. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
A gain of 21 yards.
Motioning Myers right. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. So the extra blocking sure didn't spring that wrong the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Williams set to pass. It's a screen play to Genty. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now, in goal to go.
First down, Las Vegas.
From the red zone on 1st. Buying some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. And off to Genty. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives him more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Carlson's kick is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Working quickly here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. 2nd and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. Williams to throw. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. McIntosh now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Second and 6 coming up here.
Hurt! 70! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Running with Walker again. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First and 10 at the
First down throw here from Milrow. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Seahawks. First down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's another Seahawks. First down.
Throwing here, Milrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Milrow looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. Oh, and it's a punishing hit to end that play. But hey, still a win for this offense. They've got first and goal now from the 2.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Walker goes the wrong way and he's going to lose several here.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Chased out to his right. Incomplete pass, and we're down at 12 seconds remaining.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
That one connects, and he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. And at this point, you may as well go for it every chance, right? They're leaving the offense out there.
Ready.
Desperation time here. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Coming left is Genty. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Seattle.